We interrupt this broadcast of Bowling for Dollars to bring you this breaking news. A tape has come into our possession, and it is said to be from Mets Blob, the reclusive genius who broke the hearts of countless blobbers when he stopped writing about the New York Mets. We have no substantial evidence that the man speaking in the video is indeed Mets Blob. Viewers, we ask you to decide for yourselves.
The two of you are sick and twisted, you know that. You're goddamn maniacs. You're goddamn maniacs! Before I begin, let me make it perfectly clear that I have made this recording of my own free will, and I in no way have been forced to do so by anyone named Dan or Butterlips. Did I nail it that time, Danny boy? Huh? Is that one a keeper? You putting that up the flagpole and saluting that one? Shall I move on? So, no matter what it may seem like, I was not snatched up off the street by a 1974 Mets bullpen cart and taken to an abandoned Rheingold brewery and forced to eat vintage Shea Stadium taco pie until I agreed to speak to Blob Nation. Again, and I repeat to make this completely clear, this is Mets Blob, and this is my uncoerced first-half review of your New York Mets 2012 season. Unfortunately, Mets Blob is not on board with the Mets glass being half full. While I appreciate the gritty determination of the Metsies, not Mama, not Papa, Metsie. Oh, forgive me for channeling Casey Stengel. Don't be such a freaking prude. Metsie. To be totally honest and frank with the Blob Nation, I feel this team is but a house of cards, held together by outstanding starting pitching. Well, even though the back of that bumper crop just bit the DL pipe something fierce, didn't he? Wow, that was some all-star break fun to find out you lost Dylan G, and I was just getting used to his chin being mangina-free. Anyway, this house of cards is being held together by outstanding starting pitching. And David freaking Wright. You don't need to be the love child of Buster Olney and Peter Gammons. Christ, did I just say that? Oh, to think it. I mean, if they had those two somehow in that preternatural courtship were able to spawn, Christ, it would be Ken Rosenthal. Did it happen? Did I dream it? Oh, the humanity. I think that taco pie is repeating on me. Forge forward. You don't have to be the love child of Buster Olney and Peter Gammons to understand that for starting pitching to succeed, you need two key elements: solid relief pitching and stellar defense. The Mets bullpen sucks moose stick, and the cherry on top of that shit pie is they have the worst defensive team in the majors. Yes, the tough at-bats and the 2-out hits have been fan-fucking-tastic, but that is one crazy-ass hard way to win on a consistent basis. A blind man can tell you that. The defense is absolutely atrocious. Oftentimes I beg Dan to put this sack back on my freaking head. Lucas Duda plays right field like young Frankenstein, and it's as though the ball is a villager waving a torch in his face. If I seriously have to hear one more time that it's a new position for him, so please be patient. I'm going to beat myself silly with my fucking Willie Mays bobblehead. Let's do the math, shall we? Lucas is in his mid-20s and has been playing baseball since he was 5. At some point, he must have shagged a few fly balls like every other red-blooded boy in America. He played at USC, for Christ's sake. You're trying to tell me the fine coaching staff of the USC Trojans never went over how to throw a ball, or catch a ball, or hit a cutoff man? I find that pretty fucking hard to believe. But unfortunately, Lucas is not alone, though he mopes around like Paddington Bear looking for his home. Outside of Wright, Tejada, and Neuenhuis, and of course Santana and Dickey, no one on this team can freaking field. Yeah, but what about Ike, Mr. Blob? He's a glove man. Fucking spare me that jacked-off horseshit. Listen, let's be honest about this one. We all did fall in love with Ike when he leaned his lanky frame over the dugout railing and made a few nice grabs when he first came up.
So everybody raved about his defense. Ooh, he could be the next Keith Hernandez.
Do you seriously watch these fucking games, blobbers? By the time Ike gets the ball out of his glove on a 3-6-3 double play chance, the runner is already about to smear the shit out of our shortstop. When the throw finally does arrive, it's usually so far off target that Tejada has to elevate Lynn Swan style to even have a prayer of snagging it. And Ike diving for a ball. Oh, that's a treat. He hits the deck with all the urgency of a guy laying out a beach towel. How about here? I have a view of a double. The Blob will finally leave Daniel Murphy alone. Daniel has fared much better at second base than anyone could have imagined. I mean, the fact that he's not in traction right now is a goddamn miracle. But this does not mean that he doesn't suck, people. He just sucks a little bit less than we thought he would suck, compared to a real second baseman. He sucks. Daniel was quoted the other day saying he aspires to play second base like Robinson Cano. I also bet you aspire to get some stank on your Irish hang-low like him, too. What the fuck? Seriously? What kind of pine tar are you sniffing, Daniel? The day you play second base like Robinson Cano will be the day Mets Blob has a three-way with Angelina Jolie and Mrs. Butterworth.
Oh, Mets Blob, I'm thick and rich. Angelina, please, eat.
Yes, I got it. Now we must pause briefly for a word from our sponsor.
I've got a windowless van for kids. I've got a windowless van for kids. I've got a windowless van for kids. My puppy is missing and I got candy.